friends, it's Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a book haul. I love doing book hauls because there's just something about new books, being excited about getting a big old new stack of books and wanting to just read all of them right at the same time. A month ago I got to go to a used bookstore and give them all my books, and then I got in-store credit, and so I got a ton of new books, well, new used books that I'm really excited to share with you guys. Really great prices, and I'm super excited to add these books to my shelves. I also have had a little bit of some Amazon book hauls, so I'll show you guys all that stuff in this video. I'm really excited to share with you what I've gotten recently. Before I jump into that, I just wanted to do a small channel announcement, and it's exciting, but my husband and I are finally getting out of our apartment. We are moving to a house and we are so excited. Finally, we have been wanting to move out for months, and the process has been very difficult, but God is so good and his timing is so perfect, you guys. It's been like the craziest story, but everything just fell so perfectly into place for us to find this home that we love. We're still gonna be renting, but we're so excited to move into a house and have it be our own. So with that said, I am not going to be posting as many videos, if any, in the next few weeks. I don't want to take too much of a break, but I do want to give myself ample amount of time to pack, to move, just to make that transition. I'm kind of a pro at moving. I have moved every year for the last 8 years. So I'm not intimidated by moving, but I know that it's a process and I want to be able to devote my full attention and time to it. So with that said, I'm not going to be doing as many videos just in the next few weeks, but I will be around, I will be back, and it'll be a good thing. Alright, without any further ado, let's jump into the book haul. I think I'm going to start with my Amazon book haul. These are just a few books that I got last month from Amazon that I ordered, and I personally love getting my books from Amazon. That's where I get most of them. The Prime shipping is just my favorite thing in the world, and the prices are really, really good, and they honestly can't be beat. So I thoroughly enjoy Amazon and that Prime shipping. So one of the books that I got was My Friend Fear by Meera Lee Patel, and this is the author of the journal book The Start Where You Are. I know that that was really big. She did this one as well, and I had seen a few pictures of it on Instagram, and the pictures were so pretty. This is kind of like a memoir, self-help kind of book. It's not fiction, but it's basically kind of exploring the author's struggle with fear and how to deal with that in her life. I personally have experienced much anxiety, a lot of fear growing up and even now, and it's sometimes just, it feels like my biggest weakness. It just feels like because I'm afraid I can't do XYZ. I just constantly find myself kind of being trapped by my fear, and so I thought it was really interesting to find a book that was titled My Friend Fear. So she kind of talks about making friends with her fear, and instead of pushing fears aside, but embracing fear as something that can guide us to something better down the road. I did start it, but I'm not that far into it. The pictures are just beautiful. There's some really fantastic art. I'm very much a fan of the watercolor typography art. This is really, really great. If you're someone that struggles with anxiety, with fear, you might really enjoy this, and I recommend picking it up. The next book that I got for my local book club. It's a group of myself and a few other of my friends, and we just try to get together at least once a month. I don't think it's happened that frequently, but we try and read a book together every month or so. And this month's book was Exit West, and this has been an interesting read. I'm almost done with it. I probably have 20 or so pages left. I'll talk about it in my wrap-up next month, but this book is essentially about two teenagers living in a country that is basically on the brink of rebellion, war, destruction. There's rumors of these magical doors that they can walk through to lead them to a better place. It's much less magical realism than I was hoping for, so there's not a lot of that in here. Yes, there are doors that they can walk through, but it doesn't center around that. It really focuses on the narration of these two teenagers, their lives, and their relationship together as they go through this experience. It's pretty good so far. Like I said, I'll talk about it in my wrap up, but yeah, that's Exit West. Another book that I got that I will also talk about my wrap up because I already finished it and loved it was The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things. This is by Carolyn Mackler. It's so good. It's about a girl who is plus size living in this picture perfect family that's thinner and seems to have their life together, whereas our main character is bigger and doesn't exactly enjoy the same things that the rest of the family enjoys or sees things the same way that they see them. So we essentially follow Virginia, our main character, as she goes through high school, deals with her family dynamics, and is also kind of testing the waters of a new relationship. It's a very, very sweet, funny, coming of age book. I really liked it and recommend it. This is a really great contemporary read, really fun for summer. In the summer, I really love reading more YA, contemporaries, love stories. Like, summer lovin' all the way, so I just get in the mood for that kind of stuff. So I also picked up By Your Side by Casey West. I have never read Casey West, but I've heard really great things from a lot of people who enjoy contemporary YA fiction. Specifically, Books and Lala talks a lot about Casey West and like how much she really likes her. So this was like $4 on Amazon, and it's about two high school kids who are trapped in a library over the weekend, like their school's library over the weekend, and it's basically like that story, and I am very intrigued by that. Like, there's not much to go off of. I think the girl, it's like a girl and a guy, and the girl has like a boyfriend or relationship who is like aware that she's stuck in the library, but he leaves her there, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. So anyway, it just sounds really good. It sounds like a great summer read, and I'm really excited to read this one. The next book that I got is the third book in a series, and that is Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi. This is the... oh, what is it? Unravel Me? Is that the original one? Shatter Me. I couldn't remember what the first, they all get jumbled up in my head. So this is the third book in the Shatter Me trilogy. Well, not trilogy, because she came out with a fourth one, so a series. And I like it. I don't hate it. I also don't like love the series, but I like it. So this just follows our main character, Juliet, as she has the ability to kill people with her touch. Like, her skin touches your skin, you dead. Like, that's what happens. And it's just kind of her story. There's a lot of really fun, like, political intrigue, action, love triangles, really cool stuff. So I'm excited to get into this one. I'm very eager to see what happens in book 3 and then move on to book 4, which was released this year or last year? I don't even know. I'm losing track of time, but it's a pretty fun series. Okay, so the last book that I'm going to share with you guys from my Amazon book haul is a graphic novel. It's so cute, and I am really excited to read it. And that is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. It's so cute! Guys, look at the little dragon! It's so pretty. I'm all about this. I really don't know the premise of this book at all. I think it's a fantasy. It's about these little baby tea dragons, and I think they like either make or drink tea. I really don't know. Like, I have no idea. But the art looks super pretty, and I'm very excited to see what happens in this graphic novel. It's a beautiful book, and I just love having beautiful books. Okay, so now I'm really excited to get to the part where I talk about the books that I got from the used bookstore. This bookstore is called McKay's. It's in Nashville, and I think there's another one in North Carolina, and like another one in Knoxville. It's so amazing. I like live for it. I don't even get mad about unhauling books because I just know that when I unhaul books I don't like, I can bring them there and get in-store credit. And this round I got like $70 worth of in-store credit, and I couldn't even use all of it. Like, that was how much I had, and I couldn't even, like, I ended up not even spending all of it, which is cool because it rolls over. I can keep it for next time I'm there. Anyway, I have literally kept the stickers on the books, even though that drives me crazy, but I wanted to show you guys, like, the deals that I got with these books, what books I got. I was definitely in, like, a specific reading mood when I went there, and you'll kind of see what mood when I show you these books. But I show you the first one. I already talked about it in my May wrap-up video, but the first one that I got was The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. I got this for $13. I think it was like 15 or 14 on Amazon, and I already read it. Phenomenal book. So good. Go watch my May wrap-up video. It's towards the end. I just ranted and raved about how much I loved it. It's amazing. So good. I highly recommend if you're looking for a fun adult thriller mystery. It's so good. It's so good. I loved it. It's about a woman who has agoraphobia, so she's afraid of leaving her house. Hasn't left her house in 10 months, and she basically like takes her little Nikon camera and like spies on the neighbors and like sees what they're up to during the days, and that's just kind of how she sees the world around her, and she ends up seeing something crazy happen to the next door neighbors through their window, and just craziness ensues. It's so good. This was an awesome find. I'm so glad I picked it up. Really good. The next book that I got from the used bookstore was Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kempnes. Oh my goodness. So this is the sequel to her book You by Carolyn Kempnes, and I'm very excited to read this. I talked about You in my April wrap up, I think, and it's so good. Again, mystery thriller. It's told from the perspective of like a stalker guy who is like obsessed with this girl, ends up like manipulating her and her friends and everyone around her to like get her to fall in love with him, and it's like crazy. It's so good. I'm very excited to read the second one. It just follows his story, and it's gonna be good. I can't give much more away, so I'm not gonna, but I got it for $8 and I am stoked, and it's paperback, which is good because I got You in paperback, and I hate when I have series in 2 different forms, paperback, hardback. Oh, it drives me crazy. So anyway, I'm excited to dig into this one. I cannot wait to read more from this character. Crazy. The next book that I got was another mystery thriller. Can you see the theme here, guys? I was in such a mood for mystery thrillers. I don't even know really why, I just really was. The next book that I got was The Good Girl by Mary Kubica, and I'm very excited to read this one. I think I heard Emma Books talk about this one. I could be wrong, but it's basically about a girl who goes to a bar to meet up with her boyfriend but never shows up, and she was kidnapped by a guy and put in his cabin, and now the police are searching for her, and the detective won't give up until he finds her, kind of thing. It sounds really good. I think it's been like compared to Gone Girl a little bit, which I loved Gone Girl, so I'm excited to dig in this one. I got it for $3, so what a steal, what a steal. Okay, so I'm a little nervous to share this next one because apparently it's a little controversial. It's pretty graphic, and like out of all of the mystery thriller books I got, apparently this one is just like crazy mind-blowing. But I got Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter for $9.50, the hardcover. It sounds crazy, guys. I remember hearing about this from, I think, Emma Books and Brandon the Book Addict, and they just raved about how insane this book was. So I don't know much about it. It's kind of got a vague description, but there's 2 sisters who haven't talked in a very long time, but the disappearance or death of their other sister brings them together, and they essentially are like on a mission to figure out how and why she was killed. That sounds pretty lame, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not like super eager to get into this one soon, but I do think it's gonna be one that is going to intrigue me, and I don't know, I've heard it's graphic, like violence. So I'm a little nervous, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited though, because whenever I'm in the mood for mystery thriller kind of novels, like this stuff just is exactly what I want. So I'll let you guys know what I think when I read it, but it was a good steal, $9.50 for this one. The next book that I got is like the complete opposite of mystery, thriller, scary, slasher, stalker books. And that is To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I really liked this book. I read it a few years back, I think when it came out. I got it on my Kindle. I really liked it. It was very sweet, totally like contemporary that I enjoy. I think the books in general are just super aesthetically pleasing also, so I really wanted to get it. I got it for $6. I thought that was a great deal. The cover is just like really, really cute. And they all kind of look this way, and like I think the cover model is like the same for all three of them, and so I'm just really excited to add these ones to my collection. I definitely want to reread it too. I never read the third one. I read book 1 and book 2. I didn't love book 2, so I never finished book 3, but now I just kind of want to own and read all of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. The next book that I got was for $1.75, and I'm very excited about it because I really, really liked this book and this author when I was growing up, and I just really enjoy picking up and collecting books that I used to read like from the library or from a high school library, and like actually owning them now. It's really fun to just remember a time of when I used to read so much in high school, and like revisit those books now as an adult and form different thoughts on them. So anyway, I got Dreamland by Sarah Dessen, and Sarah Dessen is such a good contemporary author. Like, I read most of her books in high school, but this was the first one that I read. I think my brother gave it to me, and I really, really liked it. And I think I've read this one actually a couple times, but it's just really good. It's about a girl in high school whose family is kind of going through different things, and she ends up being in this relationship that ends up being abusive. Her boyfriend ends up abusing her physically, and she doesn't really know how to get out. And so it's that story. It's a really, really good book. We see just the dynamics of what it looks like for her and her mindset to be in this relationship, and then the people around her showing concern and getting her out of that, hopefully. I won't ruin it for you, spoilers, but this is a really, really good book. I'm so glad that I have it for $1.75. I think I would love to own all of the Sarah Dessen novels at some point in my life. That would just be a dream, but we'll start with this one. So the next book that I got was Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Allender, and that just sounds like the weirdest title ever. But I got this book for $2.75, and I've never heard of it before, but it sounded creepy and cool, and I really, really wanted to read it. What I understand from the synopsis is that there's this girl and she has this little sister, and basically this little sister ends up either getting possessed or something, and she starts acting super creepy and like saying creepy things to her and like doing weird things, and that's kind of all I know. And the sister gets like kind of angry and like just starts acting out, and I don't know, it just sounds really fascinating to me, and I'm excited to try it out. If I hate it, I'll just bring it back. It's no big deal, but I thought it sounded kind of interesting, so I picked this one up too. Okay guys, I saved some of the best for last. This is a whole trilogy that I got for $2.25. That's how much I got this series for. That's crazy to me, but this is an amazing series. Most of you probably already own it. I, again, read it on my Kindle when I was in high school. Loved it, have always wanted to own the series, and I thought, 3 books for $2.25. Can't say no to that. So I picked up the Hunger Games trilogy. Yay! Third one was $1. The second one was 75 cents, and the first one was 50 cents. There were a lot of these books sitting there, and that's why. But I loved the Hunger Games. It's such a this is like one of the classics from our generation, you know? Like, this is a great, great trilogy. And I actually would love to reread this trilogy. So I'm excited to have these up on my shelf and maybe reread them soon someday. We'll see. Alright you guys, well those are all of the books that I have gotten recently. I really, really hope that this wasn't boring. Thanks for letting me share these books with you. I had a lot of fun just obtaining the books from the used bookstore. That's like my life. I think I still have like $30 left to spend there, so whenever I go back to Nashville, that is like my favorite place to go visit. My husband has to like find other things to preoccupy himself with because I'm like lost in the book stacks for hours. I got some really good deals and I'm very excited to now be able to take the stickers off of the jackets because that was driving me crazy for the longest time. I'm also going to be packing up all of these books and updating my shelves and my wall, and maybe next time you see me it'll be in a little bit of an updated area. So wish me luck on moving and send me all the good vibes and prayers. That would mean the world. I will be back in a couple weeks. I will still be around. I can't wait to watch y'all's videos, and thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind to someone today, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!